Somewhere around 9 months ago, we were introduced to the idea of having a refugee ministry at our church. First thing I thought was, well, where do you find people to help with something like that, and how do you go about doing that? But some people in our church were already involved in a refugee ministry, and they came and said, let's do this at a bigger level. First thing we did was we introduced that to our whole entire church and said, we have an opportunity to get together to understand more of what a refugee ministry would look like here in Tucson, to learn more about refugees, where they come from, and how it all works. We have probably around a dozen people spending up to about 100 hours a week here at Las Casitas Village Apartments. And it's exciting to see what we got going on, and it's amazing what God is doing. And I think the first thing you do as a church is you wonder, how can I join something that God is doing in our city? And how do I connect to doing that? And we also have Tucson Refugee Ministry, who is connected to all of Tucson to help churches connect to the refugees in this area. One thing we've done also that's a little different than what's happened in the past is we decided to adopt an entire apartment complex. Everyone in the entire apartment, we want to see if we can minister to in some way. And even though the majority are refugees, what we've been able to do is we've been able to be a witness and a light to everybody from the managers to the people on staff to everyone here.
I prayed about it for a couple of weeks and decided this was where the Lord was leading me, and so I went to the information meeting and became involved with the ministry. Like 2 weeks later, we met a family out at the airport, and so I have learned to speak a little bit. I have like 3 words in Nepali that I know, but teaching them English, and I have met 6 different families that I'm involved with on a personal level. We take the young preschool children to the library on Thursday mornings, and the mothers bring the babies in the strollers and the toddlers ride in a wagon, and we walk to the Columbus and 22nd Street Library, which is about half a mile away.
Happy. Can you say happy? Yeah. Happy. Show me how you're happy. Smile.
And then we walk back and spend some more time with them and spend times with the family. We also take the deaf people to sign language classes so that they can learn American Sign Language. They have sign language, but it's not American Sign Language, so it's hard for them to communicate with agencies and different entities here in America who don't know Nepali Sign Language.
I think it's a real good model for the church to step into an apartment complex, because I believe it really meets the goals of long-term relationships with people.
The more I got involved just right at home at my doorstep, the more I realized, wow, a lot of people can do this. They are here, and I believe God has brought them here so that they may know Him. And they will find out about Him if we go, not so much bring them into our churches, which is our tendency, but if we go and make friends and interact with them, find out what's going on in their lives. And the friendship factor has been just so important. We have people tell us, people want to change their lives, they want to solve their problems, but you are our friends. And they build trust with us. And when they trust us, we can do a lot of amazing things.
What I found too is that even with a minimal amount of time, you can make a big difference in a place like this. With resources that you can give, with just a visit now and then, being a part of some of the special events that go on in the apartment complex with the refugees. Supporting the refugee ministry is huge also. Lots of ways to be involved, to have a team effort as a church to make a difference in an apartment complex or however you want to approach a refugee ministry strategy. Actually, we are at the doorstep of the world right here in this apartment complex. A chance to meet people that we'd never have an opportunity to meet, understand culture and what they eat, what they feel, how they go about life. It's an amazing opportunity to touch your world right here in Tucson.
Little ones to Him belong. They are weak, but He is strong.